Hey guys, the Grand Marquis. Do another moto vlog. This week has been a pretty rough week. Where I live, we had a lot of rain, and basically my little town I live in. I live in a mobile home park that's kind of out and by a lot of farms and stuff like that. And we had like these big rainstorms. It was like Monday, or maybe it started on Tuesday, whatever. But anyways, it ended up being like 8 inches of rain we ended up getting. So it's kind of like every road by my house is closed. So it makes it, there's one open that I could get to work with, but it takes me like over an hour to get to work, what normally takes me 20 minutes. But yeah, I'll show you guys some of the flooding we got. It's making life a pain here where I live. Some other news though, while we're driving to see all the water. I used to have links up for Amazon on my videos for scooter parts and whatever. But I ended up taking them down. I was trying to become an Amazon affiliate, trying to make a little bit more money for my channel, whatever. And it's kind of weird how it went down. They said you had to make like a sale or something like that within 30 days. Well, somebody bought a scooter, and it was like a $600 or some scooter. So I made, you know, well, I would have made some commission off of that. And then like a couple days ago, probably like on Tuesday, I think it was, somebody bought another scooter. It might have been a Zummer, I'm not sure. It was the same price as the zoomer that I have here. And then they also bought some other stuff, or a bunch of people bought a bunch of other stuff apparently. And then later on that night, after I checked my account, they basically sent me an email saying that I didn't qualify, I didn't meet their criteria. I made them probably over $1,200 worth of profit, and you know, they only gave me a small they were only supposed to give me like a small percentage of it. I was only getting like maybe $40–50, I think, at the most. And I get an email later on, and it says that like I said, I didn't qualify, and I don't get nothing for all the sales I made. So it's like, you know, I'm just trying to make a little bit of money to help out this channel, you know, buying scooter parts, you know, to fix the scooter, or, you know, camera or whatever. You know, the camera I'm using now I bought off of Amazon, and I'm still paying on it. I just bought a camera so I could make videos. And we got a long train. This might take a while. But yeah, I took down my links because I'm not going to support a big corporation that's making, you know, tons of money off of people and not supporting them at all, you know. So if you guys need something, I could probably help you out, find it, whatever. But just, if you need something, just Google it on Google. You can find just about every part you need for these scooters. You know, all the Chinese scooters are 99% the same, you know, except for like the bodies and stuff like that. So, but motor wise, I think they're pretty much all the same. So a lot of people up here just being nosy, trying to check out all the, you know, all the flooding we have over here. It's actually causing quite a bit of problems. People get lost, not knowing how to get out of here once they get in here, and a lot of people just not paying attention. I was on my way to work today, and I had people going off the side of the road and all that while they're driving, and not watching where they're going, just gawking at all the flooding in the fields and whatever. Causes a dangerous situation. Well, alright, the train is finally gone. When they were driving over here, I think I see somebody's little doggy got ran over. It's like I said, nobody pays attention anymore. Everybody's just doing what they want to do. You know, I mean, you can see what's going on here. People walking around out of their cars and so, I mean, they see water and they're all like, oh my God, you know, there's a field that's all flooded. Yeah, see the situation this causes here? Everybody comes down and checks it out, and then they got to turn around. And a lot of them are Illinois people, you know. I live in Wisconsin. All of them are just like, wow, it's Wisconsin, it's flooded, let's go check it out, you know. And now they're all going to be wondering how the hell to get back out of here once they get here. But yeah, you can see this is one of the main roads. And it just keeps going, you know. I mean, this will go on for all day. This is what you see, that Illinois plate. Okay, we got one Wisconsin. Someone without a plate. See another Illinois, New York. I don't know what the hell New York is doing over here, but it's like there's warnings all over in the news out here that we're flooded, we're backed up, and they actually want people to stay away, and yet they still keep coming out here. And like I said, a lot of these people now won't know how to get out of here because there is only one actual way to get out of here right now. Yeah, somebody's doggy got ran over. It's a shame. But yeah, all you guys who bought scooters, and you know, it doesn't matter if you bought a zummer or a zoomer or whatever the hell they call this thing. It doesn't matter, you know, if you guys bought one of these or another scooter by watching my channel. But it's really cool that you guys are buying them. I mean, they're a lot of fun, you know. Even if you get like just a basic scooter that they sell, you know, the cheapest one they sell, it comes with the exact same motor as this one does. So it's not a big deal, you know. I mean, you can still soup it up, do the same exact thing you can do with this one. The cheaper ones might have the restrictor on it, you know, that wire restrictor, but that's not hard to change, you know, pull the wire out or whatever. Last week I took this thing out for a ride. I took it from Burlington, Wisconsin to Kenosha by the lake, and I drove it from there to Zion, Illinois, and and then back home, and it was a nice ride. It was probably about I don't know, 70-80 mile ride altogether. This thing ran perfect. Every once in a while it'll stall out when I stop, but I could actually live with that as long as it's not all the time. I know they're starting to make fuel injection kits for these things, but man, they're really expensive. They're like $400 for the kit. It's like, I'm assuming probably eventually, now that all the American motorcycles and stuff are coming with fuel injection, I'm assuming that pretty soon that all the Chinese ones will probably be coming with them too. So I mean, if you're in the market to buy a scooter, it might be almost worth waiting, because I'll almost bet within the next year, hopefully within the next year, they start making fuel injected scooters like America does. Because I mean, if they're starting to make fuel injection kits, I'm sure those are going to find their way onto these bikes soon. And I'll bet fuel injection will make these things run like absolutely perfect. Yeah, you guys can see we're coming up to another barricade. They blocked it off a little bit sooner than they did from yesterday, so I won't be able to get as close. But you guys can see the road is covered by the river right now. You can see a tractor parked over there because people are probably trying to go around it, I'm sure. But yeah, you can see way out that way. Just shitloads of water. If it rains anymore today, I might not be able to get to work next week, because like I said, I only got one way out of here, and that's it. But yeah, all you guys who bought scooters, though, whoever bought from clicking on my links or whatever, you know, I appreciate it. You guys could have helped me, you know, but Amazon, being the big business they are, I guess I wasn't making the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars they wanted. So they booted me off, you know, out of their program right away. So but I appreciate you viewers who, you know, who did do that, and I was glad to help you guys out, find the parts you needed and whatever. I mean, that's kind of what these videos are about, is helping people out, you know, or, you know, just information, whatever. If you guys have any questions for me, though, just write them in the comments, and I usually, when I see I got a comment, I read it right away, as long as I'm not at work. So I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, like what I was talking about earlier about me driving it to Zion, Illinois, this scooter to Zion, Illinois and stuff. Yeah, this thing ran great. Pretty much did 45 miles an hour, pretty solid, almost all the way out there and back. Ran into a couple hills, but it wasn't bad. And it was kind of funny because pretty much everywhere I went, the traffic was, you know, that's what the speed limit was, and even if it wasn't, that's what everybody else was pretty much doing anyways. So it worked out pretty good. But all the flooding we have isn't just the river that flooded over, it's all these farm fields too, like the low-laying farm fields flooded, and the roads where they're low flooded across the streets too. So it's like, it's just bad all the way around. I mean, the river might go down sooner or later, but these farm fields and stuff that are flooded, we're gonna have to actually just sit there and wait for the water to sink into the ground or whatever the hell it's gonna do. So hopefully it doesn't rain anymore, so I could go to work my normal way eventually. Because right now it's nothing but a big old pain in the butt trying to get around, go to work. Yeah, see, here's another way I would normally go, and this one's flooded too. So I guess in parts of Burlington they have the National Guard there and stuff. I haven't seen the National Guard, but I have seen a lot of White Cross or Red Cross trucks driving around. But yeah, that's, you know, it seems to be pretty bad. I mean, a lot of people's houses are like majorly flooded, and you know, you gotta feel bad for them, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of houses that normally don't flood did because, you know, like I said, we got a record amount of rain. It was like 8 inches or something like that in 1 or 2 days. So all we got everywhere in this town is barricades all over the place. It's like, can't go this way, can't go that way. This is the one road I can take that leads me out of town. But it's like I said, a lot of people are confused. They think they're trapped because they'll have a barricade, but you can actually go around it, and there's really actually no water there. So you can actually get, you know, you can go through. But all these cars you see turning around trying to get, they think they're blocked in. So they may be here for a while trying to figure this out. Run, kitty. But yeah, you know, I mean, I don't feel bad for them. They've been warned not to come out here, and then, you know, once they get stuck here, they want people to give them directions. Well, I hate to tell them, but I don't know the names of all the roads out here, so I can't really help them. I figure just let them figure it out on their own. They want an adventure, they'll, you know, they got it. I tell you guys, I got a motorcycle, but man, I would so much rather drive this thing every day. Just so much more fun. Just twist the throttle and go. You don't got to worry about shifting. You don't got to worry about the heavy weight of the motorcycle. It's easy to turn around real fast if you need to. See, if I wanted to get out of town here, I would take a right here, but I'm kind of wanting to stick around. See, and this is what we run into. See, this is like another farm field, and it goes across the road. So this is what 90% of our problem is. A lot of it's over where I live. It's not just the river. It's the farm fields and the you know, like the ravines and streams and stuff like that flooded over and went over the road. And I'll you know, this water might not look deep, but I'll bet you it's up to my knees. I bet if I was to walk through it, you know, because it goes down and dips. Yeah, and then today I was on my way to work. You know, it's been a bad week for me overall. You know, first with the Amazon, and then with the flooding, and now, you know, I was on my way to work today, and I own like a 2005 PT Cruiser that has like almost 200,000 miles on it, and it's in decent shape, but it's just I wanted to keep it to see how many miles I can get out of it, because one guy told me he got 300,000 out of it, so I'm like, hell, you know, I'll try getting it out of mine. But I was driving it on the way to work, and it was running fine, and then all of a sudden it's, you know, I started going up a hill and it started sputtering and stuttering and stuff, and I pulled over, the car died, and I went outside, looked at the car, and it was dumping antifreeze all over the road. So I'm hoping it's just a hose that broke or something, because that won't be a big deal. It didn't overheat. The gauge was still the same spot, but I think what happened is on the PT Cruisers they have all these sensors for like the crank position sensor and stuff like that, and I think that I think what happened is when the coolant dumped, it fouled out all the sensors. So I'm thinking the motor's fine. But yeah, I had to get it towed, so that's an easy, you know, maybe $7,500. I mean, it might even be more than that, because they had to drive way the hell out of their way to get my car because of this water problem we're having. And, you know, plus whatever it's going to cost me for parts and labor once they decide to fix it. So yeah, it was more bad news for me. Unfortunately, I was on my way to work to make money, and instead of making money, I'm losing money. So, you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got my blinker on. But anyways, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, but I was supposed to work from 11 to 5. So it's like I got home maybe about 2 o'clock, and it's like, well, it's not really worth going to work now. You know, I wish I would have went, because I like to make the extra money, especially overtime. Oh shit. But yeah, it's just been one hell of a week. But at least writing this makes me feel a little better, you know. I mean, it gets me out of the house and it's fresh air. You know, and make a video for you guys. I don't know, guys. I was thinking about changing my exhaust on this scooter, but you know what? I honestly don't think it would make a difference. So I think I'm just going to leave the exhaust alone. It seems to run really good and dependable right now, so why mess with a good thing? You know, like I said, it does 40, 45, sometimes it does 50. The highest I ever had this thing going is 52 miles an hour. And that was just on a flat with like no wind or anything. So I think that's fast enough for, you know, a 50cc. I mean, come on, I mean, you push this motor too much, you're just going to break it. So I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it alone, and you know, maybe eventually if I want to switch it out, I'll upgrade to a 150cc or something. You know, because you can put those in, you just got to weld in a bracket, I guess, or something. So that's easy enough for me to do. But yeah, it's basically the only plans I have for my zoomer right now. Maybe, you know, like I said, I'm kind of happy with it the way it is now. If I really want to do my 50 all the time, or you know, 60, whatever, I got my motorcycle for that. And to be honest with you, with the roads around here, when I drive my motorcycle, I'm probably still averaging only 40 to 45 miles an hour average, you know, unless I jump on the highway or something. So it's like, what's the point of souping up this scooter, you know? I mean, it's doing just fine for me right now. But yeah, guys, I'm probably going to cut this video off here. Hopefully next time I'm on, I have a little bit better news of what's going on. But for this week, it's shitfest. So just gotta hope it gets better. Alright guys, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.